Welcome back. Today we shall be making an asymmetric dress, something like this. This is the finished pattern. This is our basic block. As you can see, we have the bust dart and the waist dart. The twist is this basic block was cut on fold, so this is what we have. The first thing we shall be doing is we shall be rotating our darts, the bust area here to our waist dart. To do that, we're going to cut this leg of our dart here to this point, and then we'll cut this leg of our dart also to this point. Following our principle of dart rotation, this dart here is going to come this way, thereby opening up this dart, increasing the width of our waist dart. I have successfully closed this dart here. I'll do the same thing here. Now, following our principles of contouring, we're going to do the armhole contour. I'm using the centimeter part of my tape because I'm working with a very small pattern, but you know what it is already. If you don't know, go back to our video on contouring and you will see the measurements there. It is 1/2 inch. So then you go ahead and control the armhole area like so for the both of them, for the both sides. And this is it. The reason why you're not seeing a mark here is because there's a tip there, so it's preventing the pencil from showing. Next, we're going to cut off this guideline like so. Now we're left with just 2 darts. That is 2 front darts that are actually wide. Next, we're going to contour the shoulder area. To do that, you would, from the end of your shoulder here, you mark 2 inches. And remember that our shoulder couture is 2 inches. The guideline is actually in the video, but remember that the shoulder couture is 2 inches and a quarter. That is 2 inches from the end of the shoulder here and a quarter here. And this is how you go about it. It's an asymmetric dress, so we're not going to do the same thing for this side. Next, from this point here, this point here to this point becomes our new shoulder. Here, but I'm not going to use 1 inch, I'm using centimeters, and I would use 1 centimeter here. So I have measured 1 centimeter, and then I'll draw a line from this point here to this point, like so. Now at this area, still on the shoulder guideline. Now assuming I want to transfer my dart here to the shoulder area, what I'll do is I'll measure my shoulder, the entire measurement, and divide by 2. The entire shoulder is 4 inches. Now divide by 2 is 2, and I just marked the 2 at this point here. Next, I'll draw a straight line to this point like so. At this point here where they intersect, I would measure the control guideline for this area. Remember, we are drawing a slant line, and if we're drawing a slant line, it is bound to be excess because of the line. So we're just going to mark the control guideline for this point here like so. It is the excess we're going to remove at the end of our pattern making. Next, we're going to divide this part here into 3. What we have here is 2. So I'm just going to use 1/2 inch and another 1/2 inch. It depends on what you have. If you have more than that, you can just divide it into 3 so that you would have 1, 2, 3. Now from this point here, our first ½ inch, I'm going to draw a line through that area here, like so. From this point here, I'll draw another slash line to this point. And this is it. Next, we're going to do is we're going to slash this line here. And this is what we have. Next, we're going to do something about this. We have taken out the excess around this area. We're going to now slash this line here to this dot point. That is our bust point. Careful not to cut through. You do the same thing to this side. You cut this line here. The pattern we're making is that less at the waist area. So next up, we're going to do is we're going to close our waist dart, so we'll have the opening here. You do the same thing for this. You bring this piece here to this point. Now, if you're trying to lap it like so and it's not working, it means you didn't slash enough. So you go back and slash some more. Be careful not to cut through. As you can see, it is now lapping perfectly. And there you have it. So this is how you cut it on your fabric. This is how you cut it on your fabric. And then you then gather it like so. See you in the next video.